Hello everyone, this is Sekm coming at you with another replay of Starcraft 2. This is a Terran versus Protoss game, and it's going to be Fallout in the bottom left hand corner as the red Terran, and myself, Sekm, as the blue Protoss in the top right. This is another Bronze League matchup. However, sorry, my throat was just a bit clogged. However, Fallout, I realised after looking at his profile after the game, is actually in the Silver League. So it is a bronze versus silver matchup where I am in the bronze still. Now I'm not quite sure why Blizzard does this, why it pits bronze leaguers up against silver leagues. I read somewhere that it's to test their skills and abilities, and I'd assume that's to see whether they'll advance to the next league. However, it seems that out of the last 10 games I've played in 1v1s, it's just been basically all silver and gold league enemies or opponents which I'm pitted up against. So I don't understand why it just keeps happening and they don't just let me verse some bronze people. So yeah, it's kind of obscure and strange to me. If anyone has any idea why they just consistently keep you versing people of higher leagues when clearly, they should just put you in those leagues instead. Yeah, just let me know, please. So I'm just having a look through his base with my probe, and he hasn't done any scouting of me yet. Just a little bit of harass, lost some health there, which is kind of a annoying thing to do. And as you'll see, I have no gas currently, whereas Fallout's building his. This is quite often a mistake I make. I quite often forget to put a gas down or an assimilator down while my gateway is being built, because I'm too busy trying to micro my probe around, which got destroyed. So I was obviously doing a really good job of that. So I'm finally putting my gas down now, and it's probably not going to be finishing until just before my cyber core finishes, which will delay my initial stalker to hold off any threats, which is irritating to say the least. So I have been saving up my chrono boost energy to pump out that stalker obviously as soon as I can, but it could be a lot sooner if I had my gas up before then. So I should have some people. There we go. I got some probes on my second gas. He's got a little SCV over there, just having a little wander around the crystals, see if he can find any gems. Maybe drill a bit, get some oil. Not sure that they use oil in Starcraft, because they probably use antimatter or something to power the cores of the SCVs and buildings and all of that kind of stuff. Especially the battle cruisers, they'll definitely use antimatter. So anyway, it looks like he's just made it in with his scout as my stalker came out. So he managed to see things such as my little hidden pylon down the bottom right where I hide my tech, such as this robo facility, but he knows something's up there. And since I lost my drone so early on, probe, I always get them confused, have no idea what he has. And he's gone for a 3 racks, finally getting his second gas with tech labs and 1 reactor. So he's coming out with a small force. He probably saw, oh man, he's got hardly anything. He's got 1 stalker. I'm going to go in there and try and harass him. But I have been using my chrono burst to get some more stalkers out. So 3 stalkers versus this little squad. I'm pretty sure I can hold it off with this little army if I spread them out right, and they look to be spread out alright. His army size is a bit larger than mine, but I have a lot more harvesters than him with 26 over his 20. So he's coming up here and he's taking some pot shots at my buildings for some reasons, but I just zap him away with my stalkers. Didn't even lose any shields. So I'm like, okay, he's got some guys out there. And I'm pretty sure he has the concussive shells actually as well. Yes, he does. So he's got the Marauder slow down. I should have my gateways by now. Gateway Tech, I'm just waiting for them all to spawn because I like to do things in threes. And I also have an observer out from that robo facility. Now I saw those Marauders, so I decided to, instead of trying to tech up to Colossus straight away, I decided I'm going to go for some Immortals just to try and counter those Marauders, because he's obviously teched the slow and he's, probably going to be messing them. So that's why I went straight for my Immortals instead. And it looks like, yep, I'm getting another Immortal out here, and he's got a little troop down there, so could be intimidating. I see he hasn't really got much down near his base, so it must be up near my base. He does have quite good saturation on his natural now, on his main right now, and I see he's got his factory going, so if he does have any sieges coming out, well, I'm just going to keep pumping my Immortals, because they are so good against armoured units such as siege tanks and marauders. Now he is coming up here with his army, and my army is a little back, and that was an imperfect whatever you call it, force field right there by my one lone sentry. Gosh, I'm getting everything mixed up today. So I could have blocked it off and killed more guys there, but hey, this is what the Bronze League's all about. I've decided to get some more sentries, and just in case I stuff it up again, I can pull some more force fields out of the bag. And I've got 3 Immortals now, so I've decided to push out with this small force and see what I can do. He's trying to contain me, sort of, and getting some lag there. Sorry. And there's not much his guys can do against this force. Not even risking his army to take out focus fire my Zealot here. So here we go, chasing him, and zap, zap, zap. The Stalkers are going to make some fine meat out of their tendons and ligaments that are sprayed all over the ground there. So I see he hasn't really got much outside his base at the moment, and I've decided just to hole up at the Xel'Naga watchtower there for now. If you guys didn't realise, this map is called Xel'Naga Caverns, and it's quite a nice little map. It's very good for 1v1s. It is a 2-player map. So he's got some sieges there and marauders on the corner, so if I do try and send my army down through here, he's probably going to pick off most of it just by slowing them down and assaulting them, and he has the high ground. I can't even see what he's doing. So that's why I've decided to stay back and just try and mass my forces up there. I've got my little observer there, seeing his command center nearly up to expand. However, my expansion is nearly finished as well, so I'm not too worried about that, because my army seems to be doing quite well, and I know I've taken out quite a